Hey yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy Matthew Maley for MatthewMaley.com. Well, as you guys know, I was out of town for about a week. Had to go back to Arizona, take care of my mom. She just had a little minor surgery. So had to go, be a good son. But while I was gone, a few things came in the mail, and I'm really excited about a couple pairs. So want to bust them out here for you and get right into it. So first off, this isn't its actual box. It's actually for a phone deposit box, but whatever, it works. I have a classic shoe that I loved when it first dropped, partly because I really liked Tim Hardaway. I actually thought Mitch Richmond was a pretty decent player, and then eventually it was worn by Dennis Rodman. And I always thought it was a very cool looking shoe. I thought it was just something different. So I really liked the colorway. This is my second favorite colorway that was released for it. My absolute favorite was the House of Hoops exclusive that was purple and pinkish colored. But I really do like this one. So we have the Air Bakins, which is originally released back in 1998, if I'm not mistaken, 97 or 98. Just previously retro this past summer. This is the red and black colorway with the yellow accents, obviously. Now, before I get up close and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, this shoe caused a little bit of a stir when it first was getting released because of the design of the air written on the heel of the shoe. It originally was done in a flame style that made it look rather Arabic and actually made it look as though it was written to be Allah, obviously the God of Islam. So that caused some big things. If you know one thing about the Muslim religion is you do not mock or deface or have anything regarding Allah, Muhammad, the Quran, any of that stuff. So it caused big things. So sadly, they had to change that on the re-release, which is actually why I didn't pick these up when they first came out. That was my absolute favorite part of the shoe. Not that it had anything to do with Allah or anything like that, because as you guys know, I'm not very religious in any way. But I loved how it was written, and I don't know what it is about it, but I remember these shoes when they first released as though it was yesterday. I remember seeing that Air written in the fire flame looking design as though it was yesterday. So I always wanted that. Obviously couldn't get it, had to get these ones, so it's really a part of the reason why I slept on these until now. This is another pair that I got off the Facebook size 15 group. Shout out to my boy Kurt. Got them for like 50 bucks. They're, I'd say, probably about a 7 out of 10 kind of beat, but I like them, and to me it's worth 50 bucks. So let me get up close so you guys can check out the Air Bakins. Alright, so first off, as you can tell, we've got a predominantly black and red setup with the little highlights of yellow as well as some clear parts on here. First thing you see is this awesome ribbing in the red upper that goes on both sides here, working up on either side of the with the laces working up down the center of it. Really like how that just looks there. I think it's a really good look. And the ribbing really just is what your eye goes to. You then have the black midsole, works around both sides, up the toe, and then around the other side to the heel. Now here you see it's just a basic Nike Air logo. It previously had just said Air in this cryptic looking font, and it was so cool. Standard little pull tab, nothing special about that. Then we go to the side on the sole that bleeds up from the lower here. We've got a clear swoosh on this side, and then the old school Nike basketball logo there, which is simply a basketball with the check inside of it. And then on this side it just says non-marking for a non-marking sole. And then obviously we've got a 180 Air packet, a clear packet here. And I really like how this support comes up on the heel. I think that's a really cool look for that, where, it kind of breaks up the Air packet. I just really like how that looks. Going back to the mid, right here on either side of the ankle, we've got another clear check in a rubberized black backing. The rest of the shoe is somewhat of like it's like a hard, almost like a 3M style material. Obviously, it's not reflective like 3M, but that's kind of the feel that I can say for the material. You've got these yellow rounded laces going up. Really like how this initial one is actually held down at an angle. I just think that looks really cool. Then you have working up the tongue, which is on a perforated checker pattern, which then goes up to the Nike Air insignia on the top of the tongue there, with another small pull tab for the tongue. We'll then give you a look inside here. Pretty standard insides, nothing special really, but I do like how the shoe looks from the tongue. I like the high topness of the shoe. We then go, boom, onto the sole. Very standard herringbone design all through the toe box around to the heel. We then have what either looks like semen, or I believe it's supposed to be fire, traveling down to the heel from the arch with a Nike check, and then a pass-through window to the air packet. You then have on the corner here, it says DRC, which I don't remember what the campaign was back then, but it was like direct response something or other, and that's what that stood for. So pretty basic sole, nothing really spectacular. I do like this little cut in here. I do think it actually gives the sole of the shoe a good look to it, but nothing too spectacular. So there you have it. That is the Air Bakin, the red and black version. Definitely a cool looking shoe, and since it's been worn, I'm definitely going to bust it out here pretty soon. So I definitely am happy about picking it up for 50 bucks. I mean, okay. So you'll probably be seeing me busting these out sometime during the winter. And I think they'll look really good with some jeans. You know, some jeans and a black shirt. I think this would really pop. The yellow really, really pops. So I definitely like those. So that is going to be our sneaker collection edition video 1. Oh, snap. My bad. Come on back for video number 2 so we can see what's in this LeBron box. Very happy about getting another pair of LeBrons, as you guys know. Absolutely love the LeBron 9, so got another one here. So definitely check back in the next video, see what's inside the white box. As always, thank you guys for checking out my videos. I am Matthew Maley. This is MatthewMaley.com, and I really do appreciate it. Until my next video, you can which will be in about 2 seconds. But after you watch that one, you can check out the rest of my videos on MatthewMaley.com, or you can just search for me on YouTube, search for Matthew Maley Poker. You can also check me out on Facebook. Again, search for Matthew Maley Poker. You can follow your boy on Twitter at Matthew Maley. And finally, check me out on Instagram. I'm at Matthew Maley Poker. So I will see you guys in a couple seconds. See what's in this box. Peace out, y'all.